Okay, so as you know, I'm currently in the first round of the 2025 BER Season Tournament. As you know, I'm supposed to play Game 3 today, but I postponed it to Monday. So Monday and Wednesday are Games 3 and 4, Game 4 being Wednesday, right? Both games at Eastgate Park. Now, I gotta figure out the situation as far as when I'm gonna be playing those games, because from my dump all the way to Garden Grove to that exact location, it's gonna be 25 minutes. It's 25 minutes from my dump all the way over there, and I would have to take side street. Well, I mean, I can technically take 91 down to Valley View, down Valley View, and I can choose to take either Walker or Valley View. But either way, it's gonna be a long street drive, side street drive the rest of the way. Going to I'm not gonna take any risks here. Going to Eastgate Park, right? So that's going to be a risk. I mean, I'm pretty sure, I know there's the movie theater, the 4-Star Cinemas right close by, and I know there's a Starbucks over there. That's probably the closest I can go to as far as after the games, and then I can just head straight back to my dump. I just don't know how late I'd be. Now, hopefully there's no overtime. I'm going to make sure that I don't get to that. I mean, it's either one, I got to win big to the point where, like my lead is safe enough within the last 2 minutes to where there will not be an overtime, and that I'm able to run the clock, wisely. And I'm talking about at least a 20-point lead, going to the last 2 minutes of the second half of the activity, right? So, it's either that or I lose big, which I don't want to happen again, like in Game 2. So, I mean, it's possible. I mean, I'll give it a try. So I can do Game 3 on my lunch break, and Game 4 possibly after I get off my dump, and that's gonna be at a later time. I know right now 6 o'clock is right at sundown, and we know what's gonna happen next month, exactly on the 2nd. Usually that's the Sunday, first Sunday of November. Ladies and gentlemen, we gotta flip our clocks back 1 hour. I know for a lot of people it'll satisfy them because they can gain 1 hour of sleep, right? For me, it doesn't matter. I mean, I try not to let that get to me, right? Whether I quote unquote gain 1 hour of sleep or quote unquote lose 1 hour of sleep, it doesn't matter for me. Hell, most people who drink coffee, it'll jumpstart their day. For me, coffee does not take that kind of same effect on me. So I see somebody dancing up there at the source. Is there like a dancing competition going on, or just some dude just dancing all by himself? Hell, I would dance right now if I wanted to. I kind of did at my dump just because I wore my Dodger shirt. well, I don't know what's going on. Maybe there's a performance or something. I don't know. I've not been to the source in a while, and that's Russ's favorite place. But anyways, again, Game 3 is on Monday, Game 4 is on Wednesday, and they're both at Eastgate. Monday, I'll do my best to do it on my lunch break. We'll see how that goes. I will experiment that, and then Game 4 is after work. So yeah, it's a Garden Grove road trip, you know what I'm saying? So and then Game 5 will be in Heritage Park, and I should be able to actually next Friday is already Halloween. So instead of Friday, it's going to be Thursday. So Thursday the 30th, I will be back home to Heritage Park, my other home court, Heritage Park, and then Game 6 will be the following week, which will be, well, it'll already be November, and you're damn right that it's going to be, after daylight savings time. So Game 6 will be on the 3rd, and that's already the start of, the days being super short, which means, it's not going to affect when I play on my lunch break, but it will, it's already going to be dark by the time I get out of my dump, considering that I leave at 5:30. Hell, I've been leaving at 5:30 for 13 years, for Christ's sake. But yeah, that's going to be Game 6, November 3rd. So Thursday the 30th is going to be, it will be a back-to-back, but I'll be at home for Game 5, and then Game 6 back, back home as well in the same park, which is Heritage Park. So, like the most I can do is 6 games. If I'm 0-6, the most I can go is 0-6. Like if I'm going to be winless in the series, or rather swept, right? Which I don't want to happen. Now, if I do win one, then there will be a Game 7. There will be at least 4 more games if I decide to make this a series. If I have to make this a series, right? But if I end up not winning anything, then the most I can go to is Game 6. But yeah, I don't want it to go that far, that far to where I'm already down 0-5, and I would hate that. Plus I gotta win one. Damn, I gotta win one. Hell, I gotta win one at home as well. I'm on currently an 8-game losing streak at home in the BER Season Tournament, dating back to what was it? Games 5 and 6 in the semifinals last year, and I gotta do something. Like some things are about to change, and as for these next few games, these next upcoming games, there's gonna be limits. There's gonna be some limits now. There's gonna be some limits. So, there may be maybe a couple in Game 3, Game 4. There's gonna be a couple more, and then Game 5 and 6. They're both bound to be a little bit harder. So, I gotta do something, right? So, anyways, that's all I gotta say about it. I know that there's been a lot of postponing, and because of so many unexpected happenings, and just a bunch of changes going on here and there. I'll get dating back to last month. So we'll just for the most part, we'll try to see if I can get the series to end. I don't know. If I were to advance like before Thanksgiving, so we'll have to see how that pans out. But for the most part, yeah, dude, it's I gotta get something done, and before I advance to the semifinals, which this gonna be a pretty tiring series, considering that it's a moving target score, no doubt, but it's a lot of 3-point attempts. So that's the part that's gonna that part itself. If it was in a regular season, it would not be so much of a problem, but to keep playing this game after game, it could take not only a physical toll on me, but it could also take a mental toll, especially with some limitations coming up in every game. So that being said, that's all I gotta say about it. Tell me what you guys think.